this quick video, we're going to cover company setup, setting up of offices and departments, and the setting up of employees. So let's jump straight in. So here we have the dashboard of HRLocker. This is basically a central location where you can view very quickly any recent activity that's gone on, any upcoming events if an employee has a holiday booked and it's coming up, or goes on maternity leave or is due to go out on maternity leave or anything like that. We also have a quick links where you can quickly add an employee, publish a document, or view any email sent by the system. Now we'll come back to this in a later video. So let's set up our company. So on the top right hand side, we've got our option for settings. When you go into settings, you can name your company. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and upload a logo. So this option down here, the green option, is to upload a logo. I get the option to choose a file. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a file. And we go ahead and hit submit, and our HRLocker should turn into a lovely logo. Beautiful. Okay, so we've got our image uploaded. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add all of the email addresses who are available to approve time off requests and sick leave records. Okay, so in the CC section, we simply add all of the email addresses that we wish to be notified when a holiday request comes in. So I'm going to go ahead and add Adam. Then I separate it with a comma, and I'm also going to add Philip. And then I'm going to go ahead and copy, so the same people are going to get notifications when sick leave records come in. So I'm going to copy and paste those, and I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. All right, settings saved. Let's go ahead and set up our offices. So at the moment, by default, you've got the head office set up. Okay, so let's go in and we'll edit the head office. I don't want to call it the head office. I want to call it Grand View House. And it is on okay, and then for argument's sake, I'm going to add in the telephone number. And we are in Ireland. Okay, so next option is the option to prevent employees seeing outside of this office. So if, for argument's sake, we have numerous offices and I don't need anybody outside of this office to see any of the holidays that are coming up in any of the other offices or any of the other office information, I can go ahead and check this item. Okay, and I'm going to leave this as the head office. Go ahead and hit submit. Okay, let's add a second office. So we're going to call this office Ennis Simon. And the company leave year date starts on the 1st of January, which is fine. Holidays are carried over, which is fine. And then the maximum number of days that we can carry over, we're going to say is 5. Go ahead and hit submit. System will do a save. We can then add the address in, which I'm not going to do at the moment. And we're also going to say it's in Ireland. And I'm going to prevent employees seeing outside of this office, and it's not the head office, so I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. And we've got our second office in here. Okay. Next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add a department within the Grand View. So the general and admin, I'm going to go ahead and change that. And we're going to call it HRLocker admin. In fact, we're going to call it sales. Excellent. We're going to go ahead and add another one, and we'll call it HRLocker marketing. Excellent. Okay, if we ever need to, we can come back and we can edit these departments. Okay, we can also delete the departments or continue to add more as needs be. Okay, when we go back to our offices, let's go ahead and edit our time on. So by default, these are going to be the default settings. Now you can manually change these, but by default, we're going to have our employees start at 9 o'clock. The employee break duration is 1 hour. We're going to set up the timesheet reminders so that if an employee isn't keeping up to date with their timesheets, they get a little automated reminder. The reminders get sent on Mondays and at 9 o'clock. Okay. The working day is Monday to Friday, so we leave all of these by default checked. You can add in a Saturday and Sunday if needs be. So let's go ahead and hit submit. Let's change the Ennis Diamond hours. So Ennis Diamond hours, they're only a part-time. So they're going to be open from 10 a.m., 1 hour break, and they only get they get a 2 hour break. Okay, they'll get timesheet reminders and they only operate Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So let's go ahead and hit submit. So this office, anybody associated with this office is automatically starts at 10 o'clock in on the system, and then they will only be in for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you'll see this shortly. And that's pretty much the company setup side of things. So let's go ahead and add an employee. So by default, I'm already in here. So I'm going to go ahead and add an employee, and this one is going to be called Adam. I'm going to add Adam in as an administrator, and this will become clear later on. And the start date was from 2004. Okay, so you can change this as needs be. Annual leave days per year. So this is by default, it's already set to I think 20. So we can set this to 19 because it's now March. Job title, he's the CEO. And the office that he's associated with is the Grandview House. And the department is involved in the sales. Employee ID, if you have one, I'm just going to add 001. We're going to enable the timesheets so that he's required to input his timesheets. And I'm going to go ahead and send his invite now. We go ahead and hit submit. Adam then gets an email saying, Adam, you are invited to join HRLocker. Here's a temporary password. And Adam can then use the link to come and log in to HRLocker, and he can then come in and edit his own information. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute. So the next tab over is the personal one. This is where we get to add in Adam's work number, his personal number, and so on and so forth. However, I'm going to leave this for Adam to do because he's going to be invited to enter in his own information. Okay, and that also includes his emergency contact details down here. Okay. Next, we'll set up his terms of employment. So he's full-time permanent. His probation period, it doesn't end. Send an email reminder prior to probation period, that doesn't apply. And period of notice, we're going to say 2 months. End date, that doesn't apply. And we're going to edit his salary. So you have all of your different currencies here for the different countries. We're going to leave it at Euro in Ireland, and we're going to say Adam is on 90,000 a year. Frequency of pay gets paid monthly and effective from 1st of January. We're going to go ahead and hit submit. So you can see in down here, we can see Adam's salary is on 90,000 a year. Now only the admins are going to be able to see this. Your regular employees won't. 90,000 per year, changed by me on such and such a date. Reviews and references then. So Adam can have annual, quarterly, monthly or half yearly reviews. Okay, I'm going to leave his as an annual review, and his next review is on the 1st of January 2015. Because that is New Year's Day, I'm going to go ahead and say the 5th. Send an email prior to the review. I'm going to say yes, absolutely. We'll do it 1 month prior so we can get ourselves all our books in order. We can also add a review document and then any references that we need. Okay, So for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. And our last option is the settings. Okay, now this is where we can change the default settings of each person. Okay, so Adam, we're going to say, doesn't work on a Monday, but he does do a Tuesday to Friday. So we're going to block out his Monday. Okay, and his account status is active. And we're going to go ahead and hit submit. All right, so that's Adam pretty much set up. All right, now Adam is in as an administrator, so he has administrative rights over everybody's account that reports to him. Okay, now let's go ahead and add in another employee. So we'll go back to our directory and we'll add in a regular employee. First name, we would add in Killian. Second name and his email. He's a regular employee. His start date was the 1st of January 2013, for argument's sake. Annual leave days per year, we're going to give him 21, because that's what we agreed. And he reports to Adam Coleman, which is perfect. His job title is Head of Sales. He is in the Grandview House Department, or in the office, and he is in HRLocker Sales. His employee ID 009. We're going to enable his timesheets, and we're not going to send an invite now because I'm going to show you how to do that separately if you want to set up all of your employees and then send them all the invites at one time. Again, Killian is going to have the option to enter in all of his personal information. We can add in his terms of employment and so on and so forth. The only different section here is also the permissions. Okay, so I want to prevent this user from being able to see employees that are not in this office. So I'm going to go ahead and check that and hit submit. That limits his view of the timesheets to just this office, and any holidays and stuff like that is also linked to just this office. Okay. Now when we go and have a quick look at the time on, I can view the time on for Adam Coleman. And you can see here, this is what the regular employee, or this is what all the employees get. This is your timesheet. So you can see Monday is grayed out because we didn't check Monday for Adam. But he's got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. His start time is 9 o'clock. He's got a 1 hour break duration. And then he personally adds in his finish time down here. Okay. When he has done that for the week, he then submits his timesheet for the week. Okay, so for argument's sake, we'll have a look at Killian. So Killian enters in all of his information, hits submit. That then gets reported to Adam, and then Adam has to approve his timesheet. So in the awaiting section here, you'll be able to see Killian's timesheet is awaiting. We'll go into this in more detail in the coming videos.